Ladies and gentlemen, in today's fast-paced world, we often pour all our time, energy, and focus into our jobs, chasing deadlines, pleasing bosses, and earning a paycheck. But here's the truth. Your job will only make you a living, while working on yourself will make you a fortune. The person you become determines the success you attract. Your growth, your habits, your mindset, these are the real engines that drive long-term success. In life, most people spend their entire energy chasing success through their jobs, striving for promotions, recognition, and higher salaries. While those things may seem like the ultimate goals, the truth is that they are only temporary rewards. Self-growth, on the other hand, builds permanent value. When you focus on developing your character, mindset, and abilities, you are creating a foundation that no one can take away from you. A person who constantly works on their inner self becomes adaptable and capable of handling any challenge, even when circumstances change. The more you invest in learning, improving, and understanding yourself, the more power you have to shape your destiny, regardless of where you work. Job growth is often limited by external factors, company policies, market conditions, or the opinions of others. Self-growth, however, is entirely within your control. You can decide every single day to become better than you were yesterday. That decision doesn't depend on a promotion or someone's approval. It depends solely on your determination. When you read books, learn new skills, and seek experiences that expand your thinking, you're planting seeds that will produce lifelong success. The world changes fast, but a person committed to personal development will always stay relevant. Growth from within gives you the confidence and flexibility to adapt to anything the future holds. Another important truth is that self-growth improves every area of your life, not just your career. When you develop emotional intelligence, confidence, communication skills, and resilience, you become more effective not only at work, but also in relationships and personal pursuits. You begin to handle stress better, solve problems creatively, and lead others with empathy. These qualities can't be taught in a classroom or defined by a job description. They are built through continuous self-awareness and learning. When you grow as a person, you automatically elevate the quality of your work, your relationships, and your overall happiness. Ultimately, self-growth is about becoming a person of value, not just a person with a title. Your job might define what you do, but self-improvement defines who you are. The person you become through constant learning and personal evolution will always be more important than any position you hold. A growing individual will always attract better opportunities, greater wealth, and deeper fulfillment. When you focus on self-growth, you're not just building a career, you're building a life that's rich in purpose, strength, and possibility. Every individual possesses something far more valuable than money, possessions, or status: themselves. You are the foundation of every success you will ever achieve. No matter how skilled or experienced you become in your career, it all begins with you. The truth is, your mindset, habits, and attitude determine how far you'll go in life. When you start viewing yourself as your greatest investment, you begin to treat your time, energy, and attention differently. You stop wasting them on distractions and instead focus on building knowledge, health, confidence, and emotional strength. The more you work on yourself, the more capable and resilient you become. A strong, disciplined, and self-aware person can create opportunities anywhere, no matter the obstacles. Unlike material things, the value you create within yourself can never be taken away. Jobs can be lost, money can disappear, and circumstances can change overnight. But the wisdom, skills, and mindset you develop remain with you forever. They are permanent assets that continue to appreciate with time. When you dedicate yourself to learning, to refining your talents, and to understanding who you are, you become unstoppable. The greatest entrepreneurs, leaders, and innovators in history all shared one trait: they never stopped investing in their personal development. They knew that their success didn't come from luck or external factors, but from who they became in the process of pursuing their goals. When you realize that you are your greatest asset, you begin to make different choices. You start prioritizing things that strengthen you. Reading, learning, exercising, meditating, and surrounding yourself with people who inspire growth. You understand that improving yourself improves everything around you, your career, relationships, and outlook on life. The more valuable you make yourself, the more valuable your contributions become to the world. People naturally recognize and reward those who constantly elevate their potential. This inner investment builds confidence and independence because you no longer depend on external validation to define your worth. True power lies in self-mastery. When you develop yourself, you gain control over your emotions, focus, and direction in life. You become the kind of person who doesn't just react to circumstances, but creates them. You start seeing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to fear. By realizing that your mind, skills, and character are your most important resources, you free yourself from the limitations of circumstance. You are your most valuable tool, your greatest investment, and your lifelong source of success. When you make yourself stronger, wiser, and more capable, the world inevitably opens its doors to you. In the fast-changing world we live in, jobs and titles come and go, but the skills you develop stay with you forever. A position can be lost overnight. Companies restructure, markets shift, and industries evolve. But what truly sustains your success is the knowledge and expertise you've built over time. The person who spends their life focusing only on their job title becomes dependent on it, while the person who invests in learning new skills gains freedom. Your abilities, creativity, and understanding can move with you wherever you go. The moment you start prioritizing growth over position, you begin to build a foundation that no circumstance can shake. Skills give you power, adaptability, and confidence in every situation. Many people fall into the trap of identifying themselves solely by their job role. They believe their worth depends on the position they hold or the company they work for. But the truth is, your true value lies in what you can do, not just where you work. Positions are temporary. They exist only as long as the organization needs them, but the capabilities you develop last for life. A skillful person can always find new opportunities because they've built a toolkit that can be applied anywhere. Whether it's communication, leadership, problem solving, or creativity, these abilities become your passport to progress in any field or environment. The more skills you accumulate, the less you depend on external circumstances to succeed. When you choose to constantly learn, you make yourself future-proof. Technology, markets, and trends will always change, but a person who keeps learning will never become obsolete. Every new skill you acquire expands your options and gives you a sense of control over your career and destiny. Lifelong learners are never stuck. They are always prepared for what's next. Even if one door closes, they have the confidence to open another because their strength lies not in their position, but in their growth. That's the real security in today's world, not the job you hold, but the abilities you've developed through persistence and practice. Moreover, skills don't just secure your career, they build your identity and self-worth. When you master a craft or gain deep understanding in your field, it gives you pride, independence, and a sense of purpose. Skills empower you to create your own path, start your own ventures, or reinvent yourself when needed. Unlike positions, which are temporary symbols of success, skills are the real substance behind achievement. They represent your effort, discipline, and resilience. Every time you learn something new, you're adding another layer of strength to who you are. So never cling to a position. Invest in your skills because they are the true currency of lifelong success. In today's world, many people measure success solely by how much they earn. They work long hours, chase promotions, and focus on increasing their income. Yet deep down, they still feel unfulfilled. That's because true success isn't just about earning more. It's about becoming more. The amount of money you make will always be a reflection of the value you bring to the world. If you focus only on external rewards, You limit your growth to what others decide you're. But when you focus on becoming better, more skilled, more disciplined, more confident, you naturally increase your value. The more you grow as a person, the more success follows you, often in ways you didn't expect. Money is temporary, growth is permanent. A paycheck can disappear, but personal evolution stays with you forever. When you concentrate on personal development, you build qualities that attract success rather than chase it. People who become great at what they do, through passion, persistence, and purpose, never have to worry about income because their excellence becomes their magnet. Instead of asking, how can I earn more? Start asking, how can I become more? When you make that shift in mindset, your focus moves from short-term rewards to long-term mastery. You begin to understand that real wealth lies not in your bank account, but in your ability to think, create, and adapt. When you focus on becoming more, you start living with intention. You stop comparing yourself to others and begin competing with your past self. You strive to become wiser, stronger, and more capable each day. This growth-driven mindset creates momentum that leads to extraordinary results. The more effort you invest in improving your habits, learning new skills, and strengthening your mindset, the more naturally success comes to you. Life begins to reward you in proportion to the person you've become. People respect those who constantly elevate themselves because their energy, knowledge, and presence inspire others. The truth is, income is a byproduct of impact. When you improve yourself, your ability to make an impact grows, and that's what increases your earnings. But if your only goal is money, you'll always be chasing something fleeting. Personal growth gives meaning to your achievements and creates a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you become more patient, knowledgeable, and visionary, you attract opportunities that align with your higher purpose. The pursuit of becoming more makes you unstoppable because it transforms not just what you do, but who you are. Discipline and mindset are the twin pillars that hold up every lasting success story. Talent, intelligence, or luck can open doors, but it's discipline and mindset that keep those doors open. Without consistent effort and a focused attitude, even the most gifted individuals can fall short of their potential. Discipline is the art of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early, staying consistent, and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Mindset, on the other hand, is the belief system that drives your actions. When your mind is filled with purpose, positivity, and resilience, you can endure any obstacle that stands in your way. Together, they form the foundation of personal mastery and unstoppable growth. A disciplined person doesn't rely on motivation, they rely on commitment. Motivation fades, but discipline endures. It is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. Every time you show up for yourself, whether it's studying, exercising, or improving your skills, you strengthen your ability to control your future. Your mindset plays a crucial role in this process because it shapes how you interpret challenges. A weak mindset sees failure as defeat, but a strong mindset views it as feedback. When you adopt the perspective that every difficulty is an opportunity to grow, you stop fearing hard work and start embracing it. Discipline keeps you moving. Mindset keeps you believing. Success isn't built in a day, it's built in daily routines. The habits you repeat form the life you live. That's why discipline is often more important than talent. You may not be the smartest or most experienced, but if you stay consistent, you will surpass those who rely only on natural ability. Mindset amplifies this power by keeping your thoughts aligned with your goals. A person with the right mindset doesn't get discouraged easily because they understand that growth takes time. They see the bigger picture and remain patient through the process. The combination of a strong mindset and unwavering discipline transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Your mindset and discipline also influence the energy you bring into everything you do. When you have a disciplined routine and a positive, determined mind, You attract opportunities, people, and experiences that align with your purpose. Discipline gives you structure, while mindset gives you direction. The two work together to build resilience, confidence, and inner strength. Those who master both understand that success is not about doing one great thing once, but about doing the right things repeatedly with focus and belief. Every great achievement, every lasting legacy is the result of someone who disciplined their habits and trained their mind to see possibilities where others saw limits. The world doesn't reward people simply for what they want, it rewards people for the value they bring. Every opportunity you receive in life is a direct reflection of the value you've built within yourself. When you develop knowledge, skills, and strong character, you naturally attract better circumstances, better people, and better chances to succeed. Value is not something that happens by accident, it's something you create through effort, learning, and perseverance. The more you contribute, the more you receive in return. Success follows value the same way shadows follow light. It's inevitable. Therefore, the real focus should not be on chasing opportunities, but on increasing the value you offer to the world. When you make yourself valuable, opportunities find you, not the other way around. People are drawn to those who can solve problems, inspire action, and bring something meaningful to the table. The higher your value, the greater your influence. This is why personal development is so essential. Every skill you build, every challenge you overcome, and every lesson you learn adds to your worth. You become the kind of person others trust, respect, and depend on. Whether it's in business, relationships, or personal pursuits, your ability to provide value determines the quality of the opportunities that come your way. Those who focus only on rewards miss the real secret. That rewards always follow value. Creating value also means being willing to grow beyond comfort. It requires continuous improvement, curiosity, and a willingness to learn from failure. When you dedicate yourself to becoming more capable, you stop waiting for lucky breaks and start building your own. The people who succeed in life aren't necessarily the most privileged or connected. They are the ones who have developed themselves so deeply that they become indispensable, and their presence adds something wherever they go. And because of that, doors open naturally. The universe has a way of aligning with those who are prepared, skilled, and determined. Opportunities are simply reflections of the preparation you've already done in private. And moreover, your value defines your destiny because it shapes how others perceive and interact with you. Employers, leaders, and communities all seek people who bring genuine worth, not just talk, but results. When you consistently improve yourself, you elevate your personal brand, and your reputation becomes a magnet for success. The key is to focus on contribution over compensation. Instead of asking, "What can I get?" start asking, "What can I give?" That shift in mindset transforms your life. When you bring true value through creativity, integrity, and effort, opportunities will chase you instead of you chasing them. Every step you take to increase your value moves you closer to the life you dream of. The path to your future doesn't depend on luck, background, or external circumstances. It depends on your personal development. Who you become through learning, growth, and self-improvement will determine what kind of future you live. Every new skill you acquire, every fear you overcome, and every lesson you learn adds a layer to your strength and capability. The more you grow as a person, the more control you have over your direction in life. Personal development gives you the tools to build a future that aligns with your dreams, instead of one that's dictated by limitations. When you focus on bettering yourself each day, you are essentially designing the blueprint of your destiny. Your future is a mirror reflecting the habits and mindset you built today. If you spend your time nurturing your mind, body, and spirit, your future self will thank you. Growth compounds over time. Small daily improvements lead to extraordinary results. Many people wait for circumstances to change before they start improving, but personal development teaches the opposite truth. Change begins within. When you evolve mentally and emotionally, the world around you begins to shift in your favor. You start recognizing opportunities that others overlook because your awareness expands. You begin to attract people and situations that resonate with your new level of growth, and slowly, your future transforms into what you've been preparing for all along. Personal development also strengthens your resilience against life's challenges. No journey is free from setbacks or disappointments, but a person who continuously works on themselves learns how to rise every time they fall. Self-development builds confidence, emotional control, and problem-solving skills, qualities that help you navigate uncertainty with courage. Instead of being crushed by difficulties, you grow through them. The more you develop yourself, the better equipped you are to handle pressure, failure, and change. Your future success doesn't come from avoiding problems, but from becoming the kind of person who can handle them with wisdom and composure. In the end, your journey in life will not be defined by the titles you hold, the money you earn, or the recognition you receive. It will be defined by the person you become along the way. Working on yourself more than your job is not just advice. It's a mindset that transforms everything you touch. When you make personal growth your greatest mission, you unlock a power that no one can take from you. Every effort you invest in improving your mind, attitude, and skills builds a foundation for lasting success and fulfillment. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing yourself beyond limits. Because the stronger you become, greater your life will be.